And a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts in 2013. Not 2013, 2023. In 2023. I don't even think this game was out in 2013. Alright, I'm going to be 100% here. I don't really remember what we were doing last time. I remember we were going to go and hit this, ooh, that's going to be it's like a landing ship. Can we take a landing ship? Maybe not, but I don't think we have a choice because we really need to get that, we really need to get the tech from the landing ship. And if we do that, and enough of our members survive, they'll be in better shape to actually take the base. I really don't want to try to take that base until we actually have armor. So we're going to see what's going on here. Okay, let's see how big of a mistake this ends up being. I do remember when I actually beat this game the first time, I did take a landing ship with just just a setup like this. We had some ballistic weapons. We had I think we had a little bit of armor though. We didn't have like wolf or battle armor, but we did have the improved improved combat armor. Which really, I mean, say what you want about it, but it is an improvement over what we have currently. Some people like it, some people don't. A lot of people skip it. I think this time we're probably gonna skip it. Well, we already did skip it. Um, but I don't know. It's a it has its uses. Just like everything else in Xenonauts, it does have its uses. So you know, don't necessarily write it off as useless. Um, Another thing I'm thinking about doing, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Um, we're probably not. I mean, one thing at a time here. But uh, one thing that I was thinking about was trying to get a second Xenonauts team on the ground, preferably in America. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna get these guys to where they need to go. We're gonna get our snipers in the back. Let's get our Rocketeer up here. Let's try to get our heavies in a situation where they have cover, but they can shoot next round if they need to, which they probably will. And we have to remember that this is a base ship. So there are some significant enemies that we could see here. Um, Personally, I think it's Androns. I think we are facing Androns just by those sounds. And if it is Androns, we'll switch to our pistols. Okay, there's something going. Oh, okay, there's the ship. There is the ship. We have found it. All right. I still want to wait around for just a second. I'm actually going to switch this guy to his pistol right now. Still going to wait around for a second because I don't know what's out there. These landing ships can be really big. You can run into quite a few enemies on them. So we have a nice little kind of defensible spot here. See, we've got this wall that kind of protects us here. They can come at us from this direction. They can come at us from this direction back here. Or they could be in this building. But overall, we're nice. We're on the corner of the map here, so we're in a good spot, and I'd like to keep it that way, at least for a minute. Um, just by the sounds, again, I do think it's going to be Androns, which really for us is good. We do have laser weapons, which are good enough for Androns, and Androns are, in my personal opinion, yep, there you go, Androns. There he is, first Andron of the game. And we have a shot on him. All right, well we hit him. We didn't kill him, but we did hit him. So I think, I don't know, but I think that we can actually okay, that we can actually do some damage here. That we can actually maybe do this mission simply because it is an Andron mission. Okay, got him. The thing about Androns is that they they just don't use the tactics that civilians and Cesians use. They're really tough, but they're not as smart, as it were. So it's much kind of easier to anticipate what they're going to do and try to get one over on them. Okay, civilian alive over there. He should go ahead and switch to his pistol. However, again, with an Andron assault, you are going to have those drones. And right now, with the current armor that we have, those drones can just shred through an entire team of Xenonauts. Once we get buzzard armor, wolf armor, really even the improved combat armor, it's really not a big deal. You know, they can hit you 3 or 4 times and you'll still be fine most of the time. But with what we've got here, that could be really bad if we end up getting hit with one of those drones. Okay, so let's move up. Reload. I think the snipers are good where they're at. I think they're just fine. I don't see any big problems there. Okay. Another thing about Androns is they don't tend to hide in the same way that civilians do, and to an extent Cesians also. Um, they tend to be more straightforward, which again is one reason why most people prefer Androns when you're talking about the, doing doing a shift for the first time. So I would say that we are fairly fortunate there. Hopefully we can capitalize on that fortune and not mess this up. Okay, found him. There's the second one. I'm actually going to take this guy back over here. He doesn't really have anything to do in this area. I don't want to expose this guy to whatever could be down there. So I'm going to bring him up here. And do this. This guy, he's going to try to get eyes on the Andron. Okay. He's got... What does he have? Just a normal rifle? Okay. That is fine. One issue with Androns is they can carry these big kind of plasma launchers. They're kind of like a rocket launcher, but with plasma, and those can hit a big group. Like they're not single target weapons. They can hit a huge group. They can take out a lot of people at once, especially if your Xenonauts don't have good reflexes. Because fun fact, that is what is checked when you are getting hit with grenades and rocket launchers. Your reflexes is what gets checked. It's kind of like in D&D when you gotta make a reflex save. So armor will not help you, but it will help you to an extent. You know, if you take damage, then it does have a chance to mitigate some of that damage. But really, your reflex is the most important thing. So don't let anybody tell you that reflexes are not important, because they absolutely are. Okay, there's another one. And another one, so there's 3. So we're fighting this 3-front situation here, which isn't great. I'm going to leave him alone for a minute. See if we can... Okay, there we go. That's fine. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have kept that window as cover. Okay, got him. So this guy, I'm actually going to bring him back down this way so that he'll have a better understanding of what's in this area right here. As for this guy, we want him to be kind of the main target of whatever's down here, and we want whatever's down there to come out into the open. Let's see, actually I think she's fine right there. Whoa, that is not what I was expecting to happen. Okay, we're gonna have to leave our cover. Okay, where? That's why. That's why, okay. That makes sense. I didn't know that we would have Heridians here. Okay. And that's why you always have to be prepared. I wasn't really too scared of the Androns, but those Heridians are no joke. So we are going to have to take this guy out ASAP. Okay, we hit him twice. Do we have a shot? Okay, got him. We had to blow him up, but that's I will take that. Those Heridians are just they're pretty bad. If you actually let them fire, I mean they're going to take somebody out. They are super accurate. Another thing about the Heridians is they can also be equipped with those plasma launchers, so they can do some real damage. Um, but that was the two that we knew about. We know that there's still one over here. I really like how when you turn your Xenonaut towards the fire, you can hear it, and when you turn away, you can't hear it. Okay. So one of our heavies is already down. That's really not good. You really need your heavies in a fight like this. Okay, so there's something down here. We don't know if it's a civilian or if it's an alien, but there's something down there. Okay, let's start moving closer in that direction. Let's try to get our shields up here. Our heavy's actually in a good spot. I mean, if that Andron is over here, then our snipers and our heavy are in a pretty good situation. I'm going to move the other one up here, though. Okay, there he is. He's still up there. I'm going to see if we can't blow up this wall. Nope, we cannot. However, we might be able to do something else. Nope, not quite. Let's go ahead and get over here. We don't want to get too close. Yeah, I was really surprised by that Heridian. I wouldn't have expected an Andron to take a long-range shot like that and be so accurate, but a Heridian, absolutely. Can we get in here? Yes, we can. Okay, so let's get in here. Let's see if we can... Can we get to the second floor? Okay, let's get over here. That should give us a good shot next turn. There's a dead police officer over there. Okay, let's see if we can find out what's going on. He's going to stay there. He's in a good spot. Very defensible. Same with this guy. I'm actually going to... Okay, that should be blocking. Alright, I'm going to try to get him up here on this, in this room over here, so that he can shoot down. Okay, there he is. Let's reload. We don't want to take a rocket shot just yet. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. I am really, really excited for when we get that new Shrike dropship. That's going to help us out a lot. I think we might start taking a tank with us into battle after that, or a scout car. Okay, that was interesting. So as you can see, the Andron, he just walked right up here and shot. That's all he did. So as tough as he is, he's just out here in the open. And I mean, we've hit him, what, 3-4 times with those pistols? And they basically didn't do anything. So at this point, we are going to need to come up with something else. Okay, got him. Alright, so he'll go back to the ship next round, get another shield. She might as well... Did she drop any rockets? I think she might have. Let's go ahead and go back and check. And the rest of these guys can start moving up towards the ship itself. That was 1, 2, 3. Oh, alright, what do we... Alright, Heridian up there. That's the thing about Heridians. They can fly. Okay, so he's suppressed. That's good. Alright, got him. You really have to take them out as soon as you see them. I mean, they can be very sneaky, especially when you don't have Sentinel armor yet. One thing that Sentinel armor lets you do is have a full 360 degrees of visibility. We do not have that now, so they can very easily sneak up on you. And you see, if we had Buzzard armor, he could just float down or, go up on the roof or do whatever he needed to do. But we don't have that yet, so we're gonna have to go down the old-fashioned way. All right. Well, I heard something break, so there are still aliens around here somewhere. I want to have him go down this way and check this out. All right, let's head back to the ship. All right, let's get behind this tree. I actually think that what I'll have her do when she uses this last rocket shot is come back over here and pick up this heavy plasma or laser caster, scatter laser, and start using that since we're down one heavy. For landing ships like this, those laser scatter lasers are very, very useful for taking out the top part of this landing ship. Um, Unfortunately, the community edition, I don't know if it's just the community edition or if it's all versions of this game, does have a glitch where sometimes you can't see the top part of the landing ship. Um, when I beat the game last time, I actually had to complete the mission like that. I had to complete the entire mission where I couldn't actually see the top part of the ship, and I was able to do it, but it was not easy. All right, let's check in here, see what we can find. We haven't seen any drones yet, which is strange. They're usually pretty common with Androns. Oh, he needed to go back to the ship. Alright. I'll have him do that next turn. Alright, go down the stairs. So you might have remembered an episode or two ago, we had an event where somebody was stealing classified documents and classified information. Once that happens, and once the kind of laser weaponry gets out into the wider world, you will actually see NPCs on the map kind of carrying that stuff. So you might go to a map with a military base on it, and you'll see the soldiers carrying around laser weapons or later plasma weapons. You might see, mall cops packing around laser pistols, which definitely helps out. I was playing a game one time where, similar to the farmer, this this police officer had wandered into the enemy ship. It was a scout, and he had just taken out. Like, I don't know if they were already dead when he got in there, or if he took them out himself. But he managed to clear that entire scout by himself. So that kind of stuff can happen. Let's try to get ourselves set up in a fairly defensible position over here. See, can I make it over there? No, I can't, but I can get to here, and I think that'll be good enough for right now. I don't remember what specific research you get for androns, but I do know that if the reactor in this ship is still around, that's what we need. We need that reactor. Okay, civilian, civilian. Let's see, who's the one? Okay, it's this guy. He needs to get back and get a new shield. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, let's try to clear out a spot here. Same, let's try to get... Yeah, let's try to get kind of more in front of the ship so that we can actually shoot towards it. Okay, let's get over here. We only have one more rocket, which is fine. That's not a big deal. We'll be switching to either a heavy or a shotgun after that. The shotgun should come in handy since, this is going to be kind of tight quarters fighting after we get in there. But for right now, we still need those heavies. For missions like this, the heavies are super important because you can actually open the doors on the top part here and kind of shoot into the bridge or the command room and then close the doors again. One thing that you have to be aware of with landing ships like this, and basically any ship that we're going to take in the future that's not like a scout, you have to be aware that the leaders and other significant enemies can have grenades, which means you can't bunch up. If you bunch your Xenonauts up, then bad things can happen. Okay. So it looks like we more or less cleared the map. Let's see, can I get up here? I don't want to really take that chance because I know there's some kind of alien over there. So I'd rather just stay there. Okay, he can stay there. He can get back here. That should be a pretty good spot to shoot from. Okay, there's an Andron. We want to try to get him at the same time as we take out the door, so that he doesn't retreat and we don't have to deal with all that weird, back and forth. Can he get up there? Yes, he can. Okay. So he can get up here. Our Rocketeer can take this spot, which is a very good Rocketeer spot. He can stay there. He can move up. He can stay there for the moment. Okay, this guy can try to get a position farther back. All right, let's go up and get a new shield. Okay, so it looks like he actually has one of those rocket launcher dealios. Does he have that? Does he have a rocket launcher? I'm not 100% sure. Can't really tell with all the fire in the way. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have a shot. Okay, yes I did. So that's one more Andron down. Let's try to bring this guy up here. We still want to be in cover. We're still definitely in a lot of danger. The hard part of this mission hasn't started yet. Alright, I think he should be able to move up now. There we go. And he can try to get over here. See if he can get a shot on anything that comes out, if something comes out. Okay, that's good. So you see this guy over here, this kind of lighter blue Andron? That is a more advanced Andron. So luckily that one's already dead and we don't have to deal with him. Those purple ones, I don't think the purple one is actually as advanced as the blue one over here. It might be. I forgot the color coordinated color coordination of these Androns, but okay, so we know that there's a purple one. Actually, the purple one might be the leader. I'm not sure. I totally forgot. But we know there's one up there. Okay, there's a dead Heridian, which I can deal with. That's completely fine with me. Okay, she is out of missiles, so she's gonna go back and get the plasma caster or laser caster. This guy can move up here. We really want to be able to clear the ship really before we move into it. If it's possible, we want to do that. It's not always possible, but if you can do it, you should. Alright, let's see. How are the shields doing? Okay, he's on the way. He's coming back. Let's go get that laser caster. He can stay there. Should be fine there. Should be fine there. Let's try to get over here. Oh, all right. What's going on there? Oh, okay. Yeah. So there is. That's not good. That means the reactor blew up over here, so we're not going to get it. Uh, so there is a little bit of a bug that allows you to see the upper floors of landing ships and other ships sometimes as well. And that's just kind of how it goes. I don't really mind it too much. We can't actually hit this guy, but we can see him. So we know that there's at least one of those guys up there. I'm actually going to leave him there to see if we can find any more of those. You might say that's cheating. Well, maybe it is, but this is Xenonauts, and I'm using any advantage that I can get. Because this is a very punishing game. Oh, actually, that's not okay. So, yeah, we do have some reactors. I forgot the reactors are on the ground floor. Okay, cool. That is good. We cannot blow those up. We need those. Those are very, very important. Same guy? Yeah. If he's the only one up there, then I'm not too worried about it. Somehow I don't think that's going to be the case. And there may still be androns in these two areas right here, which is something we're going to have to be aware of and kind of deal with if it comes to it. He seems to be the only one moving around that we can see. Alright, let's get in there. We'll go ahead and start kind of moving in a little bit. This should draw out whatever is in here so that we can potentially get a shot. If there's anything in here. I mean, we don't actually know if there is. This is probably a good time to mention that smoke grenades also don't work on androns. They don't work on civilians, and they don't work on androns. But everything else they do work on, and they are particularly good against Heridians. Is there really nothing on the ground floor here? One thing to take note of, though, if you see these little pads over here, these are teleporters. So androns or any enemy can just pop out of these teleporters at any point. They can pop out of the teleporter, shoot, and pop back in. That's something that civilians like to do later on in the game. So we're going to move up. I don't want to get too comfortable here, but we will go ahead and move up. our snipers up. Okay. Yep. There he goes. Alright, so that's pretty much exactly what I was talking about. So, what am I going to do here? I actually need for him to do a little something here. Need him to check some stuff out. Okay, let's actually get back in here, because he can't do a whole lot of good right there. Let's see what we can do with just pistols. Probably not a whole lot, but these guys need to kind of spend their action units really quick. Okay. Got him. Again, that's the thing about androns. They're just kind of, they're blunt instruments. They don't use a lot of strategy. They don't usually use a whole lot of skill, except later when you're breaking into the command rooms here. They can get pretty brutal then. But the whole thing about androns is just how difficult they are to kill. They have a lot of armor. They have a lot of damage reduction. Uh, they're really, really tough to kill. So if you're not keeping up with your weaponry upgrades, you can get to a point in the game where you just can't hurt them. There's just nothing you can do. Okay, so this guy, I'm going to have him reload, and I'm going to have him go back to the ship and get a new shield. Now this whole going back to the ship and getting a new shield, it is a little bit time consuming, but if it saves a Xenonaut life, I think it's worth it. And the rest of us are just going to kind of hang out here for a minute. I don't know what's in there. I hope nothing. Yep, same guy, purple guy. Now, let's see, he can reload. They can start moving up. At this stage in the game, it's much more beneficial to have rifles or shotguns than sniper rifles, but sniper rifles are still pretty good. Um, it is kind of nice to know that you're going to hit, when you aim at something. All right, he can just drop this shield here. Move back to the ship. It should also be noted that flashbangs don't work on androns. However, you do get specific electroshock grenades that do work on androns. We have the ability to research those now, although we don't actually have any currently. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let's just kind of post up here. Let's move up a little bit. Actually, let's move him up a little more. It is still very possible that something could pop out of one of these teleporters and attack us, and we don't want that to happen. or we don't want to get hit anyway. We actually do want things to pop out of those teleporters. We just don't want them to actually harm us in any way. See, I'm going to move him over here. Going to move up here. Let's move him. Let's move him over to here so he can kind of pop out and take a shot if we see anything. Alright, he should be fine there. Let's go get that shield. Can we pick it up this round? No. Okay, so we're just gonna make sure that everybody's taking snapshots if they can. It's pretty rare to get a snapshot with a heavy machine gun, but it's pretty nice when it happens. Alright, let's pick up the shield, start heading back. Make sure that everybody's taking their snapshots. Alright, Camille Moreau is our last shield. Okay, this is when it gets rough. So let's go ahead, get our shields up here. We want to know what's on the other side before we kind of blindly jump into it. Okay, maybe not. That might have been a main reactor piece. I'm not really sure. But anyway, we're not going to get that. Okay. So everybody needs to move up and get ready to do this final assault. This is the toughest part by far. In terms of difficulty, it's actually good that that reactor blew up because the enemy tends to use that against you. They might actually target it or even unintentionally target it, and it can blow up and just kill everybody in the room. So for reasons of difficulty, it's good, but you know, for reasons of research, it would have been nice to actually get that. Okay. This is where stuff gets crazy. So one important thing is to make sure that your heavies are able to shoot when the shields open the door. So this does put them in a vulnerable position, but for the moment there's not a whole lot to be done about it. Okay. That went way better than it could have gone. Okay, I'm just gonna do this to make sure that he doesn't have a shot left. Okay. So you can take a step out. Wow. That went just about as well as could possibly be expected. So we killed 8 aliens. We lost one Xenonaut, Private Emma Sokolova. She was our heavy. And here's what we got. We got Landing Ship Data Core, Andron Officer Corps, Andron Soldier, Andron Warrior, Heridian Soldier, and Alien Assault Plasma. We got 5 Elenium, which is very good, and we got 17 Alien Alloys, along with $56,000, and we got some promotions. So I have got to say, all things considered, that was a very successful mission. Alien armor plating. Awesome. That's what we want. Alien armor plating. Then we get assault plasma. Oh, hey, what's going on? Why are we not researching? Okay, I'm really glad I saw that because I do not know when or how that happened, but we didn't have a research project. So let's get armor plating. We are going to head back to base, and after we get done with this dropship, we might build a Foxtrot after that. Then we're going to start going for armor. Then we can kind of work towards taking that alien base. That's our main goal right now. But anyway, that's going to have to wait until next time. So I will see you guys next time when we pick back up with Let's Play Xenonauts in 2023. See you then.